This is a gorgeous 1973 Dodge Challenger Rally. That's exactly how it came from the factory. It is an original rally car, an original 340 car. It does not have its original engine. It's now powered by a 1969 340 with Eldebrock aluminum heads. It does have power steering and power disc brakes. It's got its factory Fender tag, which is all decoded on the website for you. It does have headers, aluminum heads, power steering, power disc brakes. It's got a nice healthy cam in it, and I'm guessing probably 400 horsepower motor or so. Engine compartment looks really, really nice. It's got a couple spots way back here. You can see a little white paint that's peeled back there by the header. Other than that, the rest of the engine compartment looks great. Hinges are nice on the hood. It's got the 344 barrel emblems. Hood gap on the driver's side's fantastic. Front bumper's in excellent shape. It does have the front chin spoiler. It's got the Wagner halogen bulbs in it. The grill's in great shape. It does have a few little chips in the grill in the black paint, but there's no cracks or anything that I can see in the grill. It's got the piece of chrome that goes around the grill's in fantastic shape as well. Just a really nice front end on it. When the restorer did this car, the paint's about 10 to 12 years old, and it looks like it was done yesterday. I mean, it's got a couple little chips that I'll point out on it, but definitely, in my opinion, a show quality restoration done on the exterior body of this car. Very, very nice paint, and it is a Lamborghini Pearl Orange. The gap on the hood on the passenger side is nice and even from front to back as well. The restorer, when he did this paint job, decided to leave that hood in a kind of a matte black, which really gives the car a great appearance. I think if he would have did the orange, it would have been too much. It does have wheel well trim on it. As far as our front fender goes, it's got a very small little burn through there, probably when he was wet sanding and buffing before he put that piece of trim on it. Other than that, the front fender is absolutely perfect. I don't see anything on the front fender as far as rust blisters or chips or anything like that. As I said before, it does have disc brakes, and it's riding on a nice set of aluminum American Racing rims with BFG tires all the way around. As far as the rocker panel goes, I do not see any blemishes in the rocker panel. It's got one very, very small blemish in the front of the door. Like I said, it's just super small there. Other than that, the paint on the door is beautiful. Quarter paint is excellent. Behind the rear wheel, there's no blisters, nothing over the wheel well. As we look up and down the side of this car, it's just got a beautiful straight body on it. The back bumper appears to be original. If a guy wants to really make it nice, I probably would replace the back bumper. It's got a couple spots where it's been chipped and scratched, but overall appearance of it is just fine. It does have the correct dual exhaust on it. It sounds good, and it's got the rear wing. The chrome around the trunk lid and the eyebrows in the back, very good quality. It does look like some of the chrome needs to be polished a little bit on the corners, but they're not beat up at all. Trunklid Gap doesn't look bad. It is a little tighter here on the back than it is on the front. On the passenger side, looks like it's got a nice gap, nice wide gap all the way here. So if a guy wants to, you could move the trunk lid over just a little bit and straighten out that passenger gap. So on just kind of a recap on the passenger side, the only thing I've seen is one little tiny spot on the lower front door, and it does have a very, very small chip in the paint right there. Corners of the doors are super solid, no body filler or nothing in there. Rubbers are in great shape, do not need to be replaced. The passenger side door panel is excellent, the wood grain's nice on it, and the plastic is really nice. The driver's side door panel, it looks good for a driver, but it's got a lot of scars in it. I checked prices on the door panels. You got to buy them in a pair, and they're like 350 bucks. The interior is great on this car, but the driver's side door panel does have quite a few little scars in that plastic. As we look in the carpet's excellent. The scuff plates are like new. They've got a few little scratches on them, but the chrome's really nice. Check out the door jamb paint. Whoever painted it did just as nice a job in the door jambs as he did on the exterior of the car. Dash pad is perfect as far as I can see. I don't see any cracks or anything. It does need one vent. The vent right here, the air conditioning vent, that needs one. It's got kick panels, or speakers in the kick panels down front. It does have the aftermarket gauges with the factory console. As we move our seats ahead, the seats are in perfect condition, front and rear. Seat backs are excellent, they're not scarred up at all. It's got the seat belts in the front and in the rear. Dome light works. Headliner looks to be in great shape as well. I don't see any major wrinkles. It's got a couple little wrinkles right here on the back, but all in all in really good shape. Back door panels are fantastic. They don't need any work done. Door shut great. This has just got the awesome muscle car sound. As we look up and down the driver's side, it's absolutely show quality, perfectly straight body on it. And like I said, the paint was about 10 years old, so it was very well taken care of. Tires are still in good shape, front and rear. No blisters on the rear quarter, front or behind the wheel. Rocker panel, lower fender looks perfect as well. Doors in fantastic shape. It's got one tiny little chip right above my finger that's been touched up there. And it's got two little hairline cracks right there. It's got Boston 6x9s in the back shelf, and it's got Boston probably 6-inch, 7-inch circle speakers in the front kick panels. Driver's side door and door jamb, rubber, everything's just as nice as the passenger side. Very well done. Carpet's fantastic. This was a rally car from the factory with factory tack, but all the gauges and stuff were replaced. The clock works, gas gauge works. As far as our gauges go, the temperature, oil pressure, and alternator gauge are down below. Tachometer works. It's got 9,000 miles, 9,247 miles since the gauges and stuff were done. I'm kind of guessing that's probably when the restoration, the full restoration was done. The wipers were working on it, but for some reason, I did take the wiper arms off. I don't have the correct arms on it. They were kind of hitting the chrome a little bit, so I've got to get the correct wiper arms. It's got an Alpine CD player in it. Horn works. Heater fan switch does not work. So the wipers I'm gonna fix, but the heater fan will not work on it. Horn works. All the gauges work on it. Factory clock works, and tack works. This car sounds great. Basically sounds great, looks great, rides great. I mean, it's just an awesome muscle car. It's guaranteed to turn heads wherever you drive it. transmission's got a nice firm shift to it. It does have a manual valve body, so it's kind of tough to shift it manually here with the while I'm driving with the camera, but I'll do the best I can. Front end feels really straight. It does not need alignment, doesn't need anything with the front end. You know, it's got disc brakes on it, so it stops perfectly straight, no pull left or right. Just a really nice quality driver. Also, it's a kind of car you can take to your local fun night for the drag strip. Goes down the road excellent. Doing about 75 right now. It's got a little bit of a, not a vibration in the steering wheel, but just a little bit of vibration. I think the exhaust might be rattling just a little bit on it. Shocks feel fine. Like I said, the front end is perfectly straight, no hands on the wheel this whole time. Just goes right down the road. Here's your brakes. No pull. Whoever buys this car is going to have a lot of fun.